Leave me alone, bro. After this video, I'm done with JoJo. I gotta block her. I gotta block her or something. I'll do it. They think I won't do it. I'll do it. Do they want me to do it? It's day 21. It won't stop. All I hear is okay, Miss Woodley, what seems to bring you in today? I thought last week would be the end of it, but they keep asking for more. And who would you be referring to? My subscribers! I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. So the big question is, why is JoJo really doing this rebrand? So my initial thoughts were she's doing this rebrand because she's in her wannabe J-Lo era, where she's wanting a bunch of attention despite having no talent. But no, there is a way darker reason why we're getting this bizarre version of Miss Siwa. Participants in the show were subjected to insults from Jesslyn and JoJo, grueling rehearsal schedules, and cutthroat environment that pitted the young contestants against each other. Producers actively tried to make the kids cry on camera, which the show's production company denied and said goes against everything Jojo Siwa stands for. Goes against everything Jojo Siwa stands for, huh? It's honestly sad that JoJo and her mom recreated the same trauma that she and the other Dance Mom girls went through. I hate to hear their excuse, oh, she's young, she doesn't know any better. I'm young. I'm only 3 years older than JoJo and I know not to exploit kids. And she should know it better than anyone else since she went through it herself. Even if JoJo forgives Abby and has an amazing relationship with her right now, she should take into account the other traumas and stories the other girls have spoken out about. Chloe literally sued Abby for $5 million. But you know, I wish that was the worst of it. I wish that it was just a couple of kids crying and being overworked, but no. It gets worse. JoJo and Jesslyn promised these 7 girls fame and fortune. They were led to believe XOMG Pop would become as big as One Direction, Fifth Harmony, or JoJo at least, but no, they were so wrong. So as I mentioned earlier, the girls were horribly mistreated, but one to note is Leah Sanderson. Leah was born with spina bifida, which is a congenital birth defect in which the spinal cord fails to form properly. From the ages 6 or 7, she was already dancing on shows like RuPaul's Drag Race, America's Got Talent, and Netflix's Dancing Queen. She was a star. Her family knew it, she knew it, and so did Justin Johnson, owner of Beyond Belief, the studio that she frequently danced at. In 2021, Johnson decided to submit one of Leah's dances as an audition tape for a new dance show the famous bow-loving Jojo Siwa was creating, with the promise of a girl group forming following the conclusion of the show. So, of course, Leah was excited. She was a big fan of Miss Siwa. So her family took this as a big opportunity because due to her condition, they didn't know if the next time she would dance on stage would be her last. Unfortunately, that excitement quickly faded once they figured out who JoJo and Jesslyn really were. Jesslyn was brutal, cutthroat. She was creating an environment she saw on Dance Moms, but worse. And so was JoJo. And you're probably thinking, oh, well, Leia, JoJo's just following what her mom says. But like, guys, remember, JoJo is not a kid anymore. Even if I was making a show with my mother, I wouldn't allow her to exploit kids the way that Jesslyn did. I'd speak up. It's really sad because JoJo's the one bringing in the money. She should be the one calling the shots. And you'd think that she would stand up for these girls no matter what, but she didn't. Multiple sources close to the production claim that the girls endured long hours, had little to no breaks, and were forced to skip a lot of their school sessions with very little compensation. Again, if you were a little 13-year-old girl, you would go with it and you would trust the people around you that are promising you fame and fortune. And so, due to those long hours, we get the belly button incident. During rehearsal for the Children's and Family Emmys, just a few weeks after her spinal cord surgery, Sanderson was forced into intense physical duress, to the point where she began bleeding through her belly button. And you know what Jesslyn did? Let's guess what she had to say. Is it A, take the day off and rest? B, she kicked her off the show and told her she can't dance at the Emmys? Or C, she told her to put a maxi pad on it and keep dancing, dance monkey. If you guessed the horrific scenario of option C, you'd be correct. I may have exaggerated the dance monkey part, but you get the point. It's still really bad. Yes, Jesslyn told her, hey, little 13-year-old girl with a chronic condition, just put a maxi pad on your belly button so you don't bleed through your costume. You know, it makes me so sad because you would expect the adults in these children's lives to speak up for them, but when money is involved, they look the other way. The Sandersons didn't leave for 2 years, according to Rolling Stone, and are just now speaking up about it. Leah's mother, Angie, said in an interview that she didn't want to harm her daughter's position in the group or be sued for breach of contract. And she claims that the mothers were consistently threatened with this claim. And you know, her saying that reminds me of the documentary Quiet on Set. So many adults on Nickelodeon didn't speak up for these kids in fear of risking losing their jobs. And it's sad because then we get cases like Amanda Bynes and Drake Bell. There were so many signs of abuse, but they just let it happen. If you haven't seen the doc on Netflix, I highly recommend it. So even though it took her 2 years, I'm very glad that she said something. However, there were consequences. After Angie finally spoke up in March of 2023, telling her concerns to the other mothers, those moms reported back to Jesslyn, and Leah was fired not too long after. Angie tried to apologize and get Leah rehired, which is a part I don't like because isn't the reason you spoke up was to protect your child from Jojo and Jesselyn? If you believe in your daughter's talent, she'll find work elsewhere or wait until she's old enough to endure those kind of pressures. And you know, the speaking up part reminds me of Jeanette McCurdy. If you don't know, she played the character of Sam in the show iCarly and Sam and Cat. After the spinoff Sam and Cat ended, she was offered $300,000 to not speak out about what happened over the course of the 2 shows, and she declined it. She could have taken the money. She could have kept quiet, and she could have even came back for the iCarly reboot. But she didn't. She knew it was wrong. She knew she needed to be the protector no one was for her. I know that there's been many YouTube videos about child exploitation over the years, but I feel like Jeanette McCurdy was the one to bring it to national light. And I think she was the one to start a conversation about bringing more laws when it comes to child labor. So what does this have to do with Jojo's rebrand? It's a distraction. Hey everyone, with Mother's Day just around the corner, I wanted to take a moment to introduce our sponsor, Ray Imani. Ray Imani offers exquisite handcrafted crystal jewelry with love and attention to detail, perfect for celebrating the incredible woman in your life. So as you can see, I have several pendants from their previous collection, and also just take a look at this stunning aquamarine set or blue opal earrings. It's not just a gift, it's a symbol of appreciation, love, and healing. And here's the best part, Ray Imani is offering a special Mother's Day deal for all of you. That's right, all you have to do is subscribe to their website and you'll get a special code that will give you a 20% discount on all of your orders, including the head wraps that just dropped. It's a perfect opportunity to treat your mother, grandmother, or any special woman in your life to something extraordinary. So why wait to show your appreciation in a way that she'll cherish forever? Head over to www.rayimani.com to take advantage of this Mother's Day deal. That's REYIMANI.com. Thanks again to Ray Imani for sponsoring this video, and to all the moms out there, happy Mother's Day. It's a distraction. The Rolling Stone interview with the Sandersons came out on February 13th of this year. So Siwa's team had to scramble to sweep this under the rug. These allegations were no good for the brand, no good for the company. How were they gonna make money? What if they wanted to make another band like XOMG Pop? So what's the easiest thing to think of? Rebrand! Something extremely different. A complete 180. Let's get people talking about JoJo and not the Sanderson family. Leap Day, February 29th, JoJo posted a video of her crying, saying that she had a big announcement. And so the Sandersons got, what, 2 weeks before it was swept under the rug, before people could just forget about it, before JoJo decided like, hey, we need to move on? Do y'all think this is the reason for the rebrand? Because I do. And now it's time for me to react to the traumatic Karma music video, which you can watch right here. Right here. Yep. Right here. And you might as well subscribe and like and comment while you're at it. Bye.